Welcome back to the third and final Midsummer Most Haunted Live. Desperation from Carl locked in that dungeon. Panic from Ian. We're returning to that oubliette, that sunken dungeon later in the show. But our audience volunteer, Alison Prince from Camberley, has joined the vigil team. Let's cross over to them live right now. Yvette.
Thanks very much, Paul. We've come actually to the battlements up here on the top. As you can see, it's getting really dark now. If Stuart can just pan around, you can see what the castle looks like. It looks really ominous, not particularly very nice. I was hearing as well in my earpiece the screams coming from the oubliette. They didn't sound very nice at all. I'm a bit worried. Alison, our audience member, is actually waiting for us in the tower, so that's where we're walking to. David, as we're walking along these battlements, is there anything that comes to mind for you?
When you're on battlements, again, the residuals are very... Oh, oops.
Are you all right?
Yep, nearly joined the ranks of what I'm looking for. The residuals are really obvious, but I'm looking for other clues, and I have one here. Yeah. Which is olfactory. I can smell it, and that's telling me that this is an active one, and it's this bowman that I mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, yeah. And what I can smell is BO. Essentially, I can smell the body odor. Yeah. Which I guess they weren't going to be too fresh, were they?
No, I suppose not. Okay.
I think possibly with this one, he's probably been seen. I'm sure he has been seen around here, because he's very strong. But he, I want to get to the bottom of maybe a name and possibly why he's here.
Okay. Where's Alison? There's Alison.
Hi, Alison.
Hi, you all right? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. If you see or feel anything, just shout out, all right? You're going to stand next to Kath? Yeah, I am. All righty. Okay. So, we come to this part of the tower. Have you got something?
Yeah, I have. It's just as I was searching through this bowman thing, I'm slightly aware of, the female earlier, and I'm aware of the friction between the two. Oh. Maybe not now. But, telling me the story, essentially, there's a bit of friction between the two of them. So this kind of confirms what I've been thinking all along. She's not associated with the inside of the castle, she's outside. I think she's trying to take the castle at some point. Okay. And she's lost her life during that battle. But there's something to do with her head. Okay. So
you said you saw a sword.
Take her head off. Yeah. Take her head off and roll away. And they're also showing me... There's two of them side by side. There's her, and there's a young man who I think is her son. And again, see, they keep linking to. It's in my mind, it's linking to the Arthurian thing. I know she's not Guinevere, but the name is really sticking in me. It's like it's Gwendolyn or Gwenlyon or something like that. Okay. And the son is Morgan, and that's kind of Morgana, isn't it? Really, so it's really confusing me. But it's Morgan, I think.
Richard, is that right?
Yeah, very close. I mean, the name I can't pronounce the Welsh, but it's very similar to Gwendril. Gwendril, it's very close because right from the beginning, you were saying you were going to Gwen, and I was thinking.
What about Morgan?
That's something that we need to pass back to I think it's Morgan. There's something else, Apries, I believe, but I'm sure Leslie's got all the information about that.
Okay. Well, do you feel any activity in this particular part here?
Not in this particular room, but certainly the battlements are probably quite active. The bowman's certainly running up and down, and possibly someone a bit later. I can't get a hand on a soldier, but he seems to be not a modern soldier. Okay. But he seems to be a bit further around the other side, and I still desperately want to get to the monk because the monk's very. But he's not here.
Where is he?
He's over that direction.
Oh, so we'd have to go across the castle?
I think to the right, just to the right.
Okay. Well, should we stay in here a little bit, maybe call out and see if we get anything in here, yeah? Do you want to do that?
Okay. If there's any astrals here, any astral beings present, please make yourself known. Make a sound. Touch one of us.
Yeah, is that someone moving their foot?
Nobody's moving apart from Stuart.
That was a bang on the floor. Ask again.
Okay, if that was you, could you bang on the floor again or tap on the walls? Can you just hear that? I just thought I heard another tap.
If there's anybody here, any spirit people, any astral beings, please come to us now. Please give us some sort of sign. Let us know that you're here. Can you hear us? Can you see us? If you can, let us know. Can you bang on the floor or on the walls? Just once, just to let us know that you're here. It's very quiet, isn't it? Very quiet. There's a room upstairs. Should we go up there?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Stuart, do you want to follow us?
Yeah.
Okay. It's up a spiral staircase. Oh, I'll go first.
It's quite
You're right.
steep as well.
It is steep. Are you going to be all right, Stuart?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a rope.
Oh, God, yeah, isn't it? Come on, is there anybody here? Any spirit people here? Throw something. Let us know that you're around. Give us some sort of sign. Touch one of us. Make a noise. Oh, this is good. Wow, look at it up here. God, you're just aren't you? If there's anybody here, please. I know you can hear us, I know you can see us. Please give us some sort of sign, let us know you're around. Touch one of us. Push one of us. Let us know that you're here. Show some lights. Affect one of us gently. What was that?
Did you hear something in here?
That was a stone. Yeah. It was chucked from there to there. It was very gentle, wasn't it? If that was you, please can you do something else? Or do the same? Please let us know that you're here with us now. I'm calling out to any spirit people that may have lived or died here in this castle. If you don't like us interfering, then let us know, give us a sign. Make a noise. Is that someone's feet? I'm calling out now, please, the two men down in the cell. Can you do something to them? Make your presence known to them now. Or to us. Do something, please. Give us some sort of sign to let us know that you are here.
Did you feel that, Wigan? A really cold blast came through there.
I felt it just in my hand, but not because I've not got a t-shirt on like yourself.
Anything, Kieran?
No, I had it on David for that particular moment. David, you're in there.
What is in there, David?
Just a little room.
Another room?
Just a little room, yeah, with a toilet chute.
Oh, it's tiny in there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's tiny.
Can you throw something for us again?
Everybody's standing right against the walls, aren't they?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Any activity in here? We had a little stone.
Oh,
My God!
That was right
that was
behind me.
sound that someone kicked something.
No, I never moved. Something moved.
Just skittered across the floor.
It did.
It's there, look.
Where?
Why you're right here, isn't it? When you look at it,
No,
it's
no.
there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Like it, yeah.
I never kicked anything. I
No. It was like
Yeah,
that.
it was. Okay, let's see.
Do something like that again. Make a noise. Bang something. Again. Where's it coming from?
That's behind John, wasn't it?
I was just resting on the
It's
wall.
there, look.
I didn't
Well, I presume it's that. There's a big stone here, look. Sounded like that.
Yeah. Come on, do something more, please, if you're here.
Where's Kieran?
I'm here.
Oh, I can't see a second.
Please do something else. Can you touch one of us?
No, I'm not. I think it's associated with a woman, but just, my head is really sore. Just my throat is really sore.
Are you here? Is this lady here that was beheaded? Were you killed in battle? Throw something else. Give us another sign. Let us know that you're here. Push one of us. Let us know that you're around. Make it go very cold in here. Affect David. Talk through David.
There's something else. There's something else with this woman. It's her sons. It's kids, like children.
What, there are children?
No, her children. I can't. They're not here. Well, she's just telling me about them. I can't get. I know that one of them was lying. Got an image of one of them lying dead beside her, and the other one.
What was that? Sorry, just.
I don't know. I heard it like a dragging noise.
Like a dragging noise.
Yeah, I sure I felt something moving behind me. I looked there and Ian was standing still.
There's something in here, isn't there? It's definitely
in here.
Come on, do something here where we're standing now. Oh, there's a cold draft here. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I can feel that.
Come on, please, talk to us some more. Throw something else. Push me. Bang on the walls, do something. Did you hear that? That was it was a tap and it came from in here.
Shall I go and stand?
Yeah. Where does that go? There's like a drop thing there.
It's an old-fashioned lure thing.
Oh yeah, look at that. It goes right down. Can you see? Now there's a cold blast of air, Kieran, coming from through here.
Right.
So the air that's coming through, that could be what we're getting.
Could be coming through, yeah, I'm getting green through there.
Come on, do something.
So movement on the vigil, messages coming through to David, and of course messages from your good selves at home via interactive. Let's turn now to Julian Clegg. Julian.
Thanks, Paul. Well, reaction on what's been happening so far. Oh my goodness, is what Julian Wiggins says. She says, I jumped out of my skin when Carl screamed. It's obviously getting incredibly tense in there rather than me, she says. This one's interesting. Kirsty in Dunfermline says, I had a bad feeling about this experiment since Saturday. Be careful, guys. And Kelly in Manchester says, I don't think they should be down in the oubliette in the first place. I had a dream last night about this, and I just hope it wasn't a premonition. Now let's look at the webcams very quickly. Webcam 1, where Carl and Ian are. As Carl jumped, there were a few reports of a man behind him with long hair or a long beard. Maz in Portsmouth, Sarah in Leeds. Webcam 2, latest string of sightings relate to soldiers. Darren in Southampton saw the figure of a Roman soldier with a helmet, chainmail, standing by the wall. And webcam 3, Neil in Poole reports loads of activity here tonight with loads of spirits on all levels in the doorway. Also Scott in Derbyshire says someone called Delandre will be spotted there too. And webcam 4, huge amount of viewers reporting seeing mist forming in the tower and a shadowy man in particular coming through very clearly there. A couple of pictures on the facts. This is good. I saw this woman's face behind Yvette, says Karen in Lawton. And this one, I think David will pick up on this young man with a large helmet, says Alan in Essex, quite dramatic. Let's get him one more there. And this one coming from Val in Aldershot, quite a dramatic shot there. Is he called Cornelius? The number is 01554 755 380 to fax your pictures, please. Now, how would you like to come to Most Haunted Live in October with accommodation and travel thrown in, and win yourself a 32-inch LCD TV and a 5-speaker surround system? That is fantastic, isn't it? Also, runners-up, 10 runners-up, getting the new DVD, Top 50 Moments, signed by the crew. Now, if you'd like to win those prizes, all you have to do is answer this question. Can you tell me who the team's makeup artist is? Is it A, Kath, B, Sally, or C, Carl? If you think you know the answer, you dial me now on 0900 021 0000, or if you're a digital satellite viewer, press your red button right now. The entries cost £1. We'll talk to the winner on your say after midnight. So get entering and win those great prizes. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. We are making TV history here tonight on Most Haunted Live. A lot of you are very worried, concerned about Carl and Ian in that oubliette. We're going to find out how they're doing after this.
mean? Oh, God.
You join us, welcome back by the way, as our sensory deprivation psychic experiment in the castle continues. Carl and Ian are in the oubliette, the dungeon. They've got iron masks on which are buckled up, their hands and feet are shackled. We're going back to the dungeon now live. Can you hear me, Carl? Carl?
Hello, Paul. Yeah, I can just about hear you.
Any developments, Carl? What is Ian feeling at this moment?
I'm just going to ask him. I'm really sorry, we're both feeling quite depressed and lethargic. But Ian, tell us what you're feeling.
I'm feeling, unlike being buried, where I was getting a lot of clairvoyant imagery. This is completely different. I'm actually physically sensing and feeling this heaviness, this sort of almost as if I can't support myself. I feel as if my whole body's breaking down from the inside out. I feel as if I'm not eating properly, as if I'm not getting the vitamins, my hair's falling out, my teeth falling out, I've got diarrhea. I feel like I'm sitting in this pool of water. I feel as if there were various sort of holes here where people would throw rubbish in. More importantly, I'm sensing a man who was thrown in here for his religious belief, and one of the torturers or somebody from above would throw down a little bowl of water and say it's an act of charity. Let's have this act of charity. And of course this water was useless because it just fell into the sort of the feces and urine, which is the bottom here. It basically is hell on earth for these people that were down here. And this is what's happening to me. So I'm finding it difficult to tune into one person because I believe that the majority of people down here lost their lives, lost their state of mind. And tuning into that's not particularly helpful because it's like tuning into sort of jelly. You're not going to get much in return. But I'm willing to see it through and just to sort of see what we can get out of this. Even if we can get into some sort of time slip, it would be great to sort of come back and tell this story.
So, Paul, it seems like that Ian's picking up on the energies that were here. There are people here, and the actual surroundings that were here. And I have to admit, we're both really feeling the effects of this now. It's horrible. Ian said then it was a hell on earth, and that is the best way to describe it, a hell on earth.
Concerned about how you're coping. How are you feeling? Are you feeling secure in yourself?
No, I'm not feeling secure in myself. I feel separated from myself, if that makes any sense. I've been trying to do things in my mind, like the times table, for instance. I can't do them. I'm quite confused. I'm very lethargic, and I keep trying to get out of these shackles.
Okay, Carl, we're going to be checking back with you. Obviously, the situation there in the oubliette is being monitored by medical staff as we are watching it. This is a paranormal experiment. Do not attempt any element of it at home. We're now going to cross back to Yvette and the visual team at Kidwelly Castle. Yvette.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. We're actually coming into one of the other rooms. As I said right at the very beginning of the investigation, that there's just so many rooms here. It's really difficult. Now it's gone completely dark outside and it's spooky. How is everybody feeling? How do you feel, John?
I don't really like it in here. It's got doorways up there and you keep thinking I see shadows moving about, and it's quite scary. It's one of the scariest rooms so far.
Right. Sally, how do you feel?
It's definitely different in the dark.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be here anymore now.
No? Ian, how do you feel?
I keep having throat problems. I keep having to clear my throat. It feels like I've got really dry, and then one minute it keeps going really sickly and like you've really hard to breathe. It's like...
And John Gilbert, you had the same thing in the last room. They went off. They were talking to Ian and Carl in the oubliette. But what did you feel?
I had a pain in my neck, a real sharp pain, and my neck felt really stiff. But it wasn't a dry throat thing. It was, actual physical pain.
And one thing that we actually caught on our thermal imaging camera, obviously the studio weren't on us at that time. What happened to David? Do you want to explain, Kieran?
Yeah, David was getting sensations around his head and his neck, and the best way I can describe it is I asked David to stand next to Yvette, and what you could see is Yvette's face was kind of white, it was a bit cooler. David's face was blood red, and his neck was blood red, and that's the best way of describing it. It was just this all over redness on him. It was just really burning up, basically.
And what do you put that down to, David?
Well, I think she's, this female is really trying to give me an impression of, she's trying to impress herself on me, and from there up was really strong, because there was this focal point ahead, because she lost her head.
I've been told actually that they can actually see it, the thermal imaging shot that you actually got before.
Great.
Which is fantastic. So everybody's looking at it now. So you can actually see my face is quite white, but you actually see David's head and his neck is blood red. So you're actually feeling at the time that something was really trying to communicate with you and affecting your head and your neck. And it's definitely this woman that lost her head in battle.
Absolutely, and she's. I think that with her, there's this thing between her and the bowman that she couldn't get in, but now she is in. There's this kind of like a revenge thing. I am inside the castle now, and I think this connection with her sons. At some point, one of her sons took revenge and took the castle. She, from what I can see, when she had a battle, she slaughtered. Everybody slaughtered. It was a nightmare, really hideous. She's very, her hair is like down here. She's she's really statuesque, and she's a massive woman. And I'm trying desperately to find the man. Where's the husband? And I can't. There's just no sign of him at all. No sign of the husband.
What about this particular part of the castle? It's certainly very eerie in here. Anybody in here, or?
There is a little character. It's a really obvious one. He moves. He just moves around here, and he comes up here, and he jumps up here and leans out. But then he would do. It's an obvious thing. But he still seems quite active here.
Right.
Seems quite active here. Now people might see him at the window in a uniform, so people might actually see him now and again at this window in uniform.
What sort of uniform?
It's just a very rough leather uniform.
Okay.
It's not, not anything, not scarlet, just a very rough tunic.
Okay. Do you want to call out, see if we get anything in here?
If there's any astral beings, any spirits here, please make yourself known. If the woman who wants to talk to us, then come and talk to us. Use my energy if you must. If the gentleman... I can't, I'm really sorry.
What's that?
I just can't deal with my head thing. It's just...
Is it doing it again? Oh my God, it is as well. Your head is on fire on the thermal imaging camera again. It's just
really impressive.
Look at that, and your hands. You're burning up.
I am burning up with her energy. Oh, come on. If you're going to come across me, I'm not going to let her in. I just want her to move across me.
What would happen if you did let her in?
Then I might get pushed out, really. She doesn't need to do that. She's not aggressive.
I know it's horrible for me to ask you, but I want you to do that.
Yeah, I know, but if it happens, A, it's really draining on me. It could knock me for 6 days. And B, it's, I get my license revoked.
Okay.
But I can let her across. Now, she's creating phenomena, and I can speak to you for her, and I'm happy to do that. I'm really happy to do that.
I'm looking at you. I'm giving you one of my funny looks.
I'm giving you one of my looks. Okay, she doesn't like you, or you.
Who?
Wigan.
Why?
Or Richard or anyone, because you're English.
Oh, right.
She's all right with me, oddly enough, because she might see me as a Celt, but she doesn't like the English.
Okay.
Because as far as she's concerned, there shouldn't be English in her.
Just seeing a white light.
I'm the opposite. I just want to sit here, and I just want to lay down and I want to get inside my mind because it's safe. No, nothing can harm me, it's fine. I'm happy in there. I don't want to be acknowledged that you can do what you want to me, You can beat me up, you can burn me, you can bend me, you can break me. But you can't get inside my mind, when I'm safe inside my mind.
I don't know about you, I've had enough, I need to get out.
Yeah.
I think if anyone can hear us on the webcam or whatever, can you get us out, please? I think we've done enough. I can't stay here for much longer. I need to come out now, guys. Now, please. Can you get us out now? Hello? Guys? I can't move.
I was having a joke, weren't they?
Guys, get us out now!
Okay, obviously...
Guys, come on!
Obviously, the minute that Carl asked to be released, of course, we are removing that doorway into the oubliette. That is happening. He can't hear it. He can't sense it. Fascinating there, the way those two individuals reacted so differently to that terrifying experience. Ian seemed to retreat into himself, became very slothful, very torpid. Carl, being a fighter, wanted to get out, wanted to struggle, was constantly struggling with those shackles. We are going to be speaking to them both live very, very soon. We're going to check them medically. We'll be talking to them in less than 8 minutes' time. Right now, though, I want to hear, as they're being removed, they're telling me now, from the oubliette, I want to hear from our historian, Leslie Smith, about the evidence so far. And lots of evidence is coming in all fragmented fashion tonight. Very strange night for us, Leslie.
Very strange indeed, but happily someone called Simon from the audience has come to help me as well with some local information, which is a bit of an experiment which we'll try in a minute, I hope. Gwen Cleanne, this princess, let's get back to that further information. One son, called Mile Gwyn, fell next to her trying to defend her.
Which sounds like the Morgan that Richard was attempting to pronounce.
Well, no, Morgan was there too. That was the other son, who was held back by the troops, and despite the fact that she was wounded and her son dead, the other one, they actually held him and made him watch while his mother had her head chopped off. Her husband was in the north trying to raise the troops. But incredibly, there is another ending here, which is fit and proper, which is there were two young boys as well of that princess, yet to grow. One of them, Lord Rhys, in 1159, came to Kidwelly and avenged his mother by burning the castle and taking it. And he rebuilt it, and he stayed there until his death. So she was avenged, people of Wales, and it's a fantastic story.
Don't start a row on a Monday night.
But
now,
what's so fantastic
right?
is because people are feeling very strongly about the people of the past. Now I want you to ask, if it's possible, if David can ask her to show herself in the colour that she appears to this day, to locals, and a mist that surrounds her.
Okay, don't say what that colour is.
I'm not going to.
We will try and get that message to David very quickly. David also sensed again that monk and the religious contention which Ian picked up on.
Well, I've looked it up and I have found that Wales, along with the rest of Great Britain, did indeed struggle at the Reformation, but not very hard. But still there were pockets of people who felt very irritated by this change, of course. Well, more than irritated.
Okay, we'll try and get your request to David. We've still got stuff from Interactive. We're going to be talking to Carl and Ian and returning to Yvette and the Vigil after this.
Can you get us out now? Guys, get us out now! Can you get us out now? Guys, get us out now!
Hello and welcome back to the final Midsummer Most Haunted Live. So there was Carl pleading to be released from that oubliette, that dungeon. Ian was leaving with him. I understand they have emerged from their ordeal and they are now with Yvette Fielding, who's broken away from the main vigil. Let's find out what's going on. Yvette.
Thanks very much, Paul. Well, this is the oubliette that they've just come out of. How do you feel?
I feel elated now that I'm out. I can honestly say that's probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire life.
What was going through your mind? What sort of things I heard? Because I was doing the other vigil, screaming and get me out. What was happening?
It's like it's. I mean, Ian will be able to explain it better, but it's like you give up. You start off by being angry. You start off, and there's like a madness sets in. You don't know where you are. The weirdest things go through your mind. The most ridiculous things you think you can do, but you know you can't. Like running through the wall. I actually wanted to get up and run through the wall because I thought in my mind I could, but I know I can't.
Okay.
It It was like, it was almost like a time slip. We were back there. You could almost smell the urine. You could smell this disgusting mush that you were in. I mean, you felt that too.
How do you feel? I mean, what went through your mind?
Well, luckily, similar sort of stuff to Carl, really. I mean, it was a really interesting experiment, very unlike the coffin thing. The information I couldn't get because I was dealing with energies that were just minds are gone.
So you kind of withdrew?
I withdrew totally. We both just wanted to lay down and just give up. And I said to the point, what's the point in this? Why are we here? Why are we filming? I don't care. I just want to lie down. And you just go inside your mind, you know, and I'm fine. But
how do you feel, you know, how do you feel physically?
I'm a bit shaky, actually.
Right.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird stuff.
I suggest that, because the St John's Ambulance guys are here, I suggest that you both go out for a little while, get some fresh air, and then if you want to join us, we're going to do a séance down in one of the other rooms, yeah?
Yeah, let us know where you're going, because I'll be there as soon as I can.
Of course we will. You just get yourselves together, yeah? Have some fresh air. Okay?
Cool.
And the guys will check you over and make sure that everything's fine.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Paul, the guys are okay. They're a little bit shaky, a little bit subdued, I think, and I think anybody would be after that ordeal. It's back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Yvette, and well done to Carl and Ian, everybody. Give them a round of applause. An amazing evening's television, an exciting panel experiment. The one thing that emerges from all that for me, Leslie, is how barbaric humanity was even 400 or 500 years ago, this was just before, say, the Elizabethan age, when humanity was starting the Renaissance. This was also a time of great savagery.
Yes, and we were still experimenting with pain, we were still experimenting with power, and their description of the floor of the oubliette, you might say, well, of course it's going to have urine feces there, but it also had bones in there, and this terrible sense of panic that overwhelmed them. It was absolutely what I was expecting.
And the torment that when food would be thrown down, you might not see it, water would be tossed down, just to torment you, really.
Yeah, and I mean, and worse still, and the other thing is I actually know people who understand about medieval torture, and they tell me about this idea that you can walk through walls. Now, I'm very impressed with that, because I know for a fact nothing has been said about this to Carl, but you do in the end get a sensation of being almost superhuman, because you're so frightened. In the end you think, well, I can do this, because you know your last desperate attempt to live. And that's what you're describing.
Almost like your personality goes into a kind of black hole and then comes out empowered mentally.
Yes.
And that happened in that short space of time to them.
You've heard perhaps about women lifting cars up, whole cars from their children who've been run over. And what you were seeing there with Carl was this psychological sort of takeover, if you like, that said, last bit attempt, the fight or flight mechanism came into place, which means you're going to fight your way out. Even if you say you can't possibly do it, there's a bit in us all that tries, and that's what you saw.
Okay, we're going to be returning to the vigil very soon though, but you are giving us loads of information, loads of input, which we welcome, we thank you for. Let's find out what you've been saying, courtesy of Julian and the interactive team. Julian.
Thanks, Paul. Now, lots of reaction from you. Many viewers reporting banana or sausage-shaped orbs tonight, which is quite unusual, actually, whizzing around the team's head, including Tracy in Glasgow and Ryan in Nottingham. Scott in Telford says, I can see a dark figure lurking behind David Wells. He's holding his hands up to David's head. Maria and Pauline in Bristol say the figure of a man in uniform is following Yvette around the vigil. Now, lots of thoughts on this name James that came up earlier. Rebecca in Swansea believes he may be an English monk who disgraced himself in some way and was imprisoned by Owain Glendear. And Peter in Birmingham believes that James may have been a man who rightfully owned the land that the castle was built on and was held here as a prisoner. And Adi in Derby thinks the name James could in fact be Jasper, who was linked to the castle in around 1498. He may have thrown a young lady from the battlements. She also believes an illegitimate child may have been involved there as well. So thank you for all your reaction on that one. Now, you can get Most Haunted Live on your mobile. How do you fancy, for example, the theme tune, the theme tune as a ringtone or wallpaper? Well, it's quite simple. You text Haunted to 88010. All those ringtones and wallpapers cost £1.50. Bit of fun, that, isn't it? Now, don't forget our competition. This is a final call on this because the lines close at midnight. Your chance to come and see this show go out at Halloween. Would you like to be in the audience here right now at Halloween? If you would, and you win a 32-inch LCD TV and a 5-speaker surround system as well, all thrown in as the top prize. The TV, the surround system and the tickets to go to the show in October. And you get travel and accommodation all tied in as well, so it's a really great prize. And also the runners-up walk off with signed copies of the new Most Haunted Top 50 Moments out on DVD today. So if you'd like to win that, here's the question. Who is the team team's makeup artist? Is it A, Kath, B, Sally, or C, Carl? If you think you know, you dial now, 0900 021 0000. Or if you're a digital satellite, you press that red button right now on your remote control and you could be a winner, and we'll talk to you on Your Say after midnight. Talking of Your Say, I want to hear what you think about the programme tonight. Give me a call on this number, 0901 900 0001. That's 0901 900 0001, and we'll talk between midnight and 1 about tonight's show and indeed the weekend. So get dialing and I'll talk to you a little bit later. Paul, over to you.
Thank you, Julian. I'll be joining Julian for that chat on Your Say after midnight here on Living TV. Carl and Ian's journey may be over, that terrifying journey, but the vigil continues. That after this. Welcome back to the final part of the final Midsummer Most Haunted Live. But remember, our webcams will be running for 1 hour at the end of this programme on Your Say on Living TV, and me and Julian, mainly Julian, will be taking your calls. The vigil, though, is still in operation. Yvette and the team, I understand, are in mid-seance. Let's cross live now to the most haunted castle in Wales.
Yeah. Please make yourself known. Touch one of us. Of the table. If that was you making a noise, could you please knock again?
You're right. I'm also getting a cold breeze, but I'm aware of that open.
Nothing in it.
But it's nothing in it.
Nothing.
I'm aware of a cold breeze on my right hand. Can you call out again, David?
Please move round us, affect us, drop the temperature in the room. Please, if you can, touch one of us, affect the candle, do something in this room to let us know that you're there. You're all right.
Just like pins and needles on the side of my head here.
Like tingling.
Yeah, tingling.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. That's good. That's activity. That's
Is it?
astral activity. Yeah.
On my nose.
Yeah. That's it. Itchiness. Thank you. That means I know that you're amongst us. Please communicate with me directly, or just let us know who you are. Give me impressions. Move around this room. We really want you to show yourself. Do something in this room that can be seen by everyone.
Sounds good, but when David speaks, that's when I can feel it tingling.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got it now.
Have you?
All my eyebrows. And I just keep wanting to lift fingers to scratch my face.
I've got hold on my nose.
All the time.
What was that then?
What?
You hear that? Something just landed right at the side of me.
You're kidding? I heard it.
No.
Try.
Look at you lot.
Preaching.
That's weird.
The weirdest feeling.
It's just...
That's where I'm really pleased it's happening, because that's one of my signals. I guess I'm feeling it, but I just ignore it because it's just telling me there's activity. It's interesting that you guys are feeling it. Okay, can you affect other people in this room, please, or show yourself so everyone can see?
What? It's there. Where?
Came up there, I saw it. It came straight across. I saw the whole thing.
That really hurt my
Quite
hand.
warm. Reasonably warm. You whiz.
I'm not staying down there.
But did you notice something? It didn't on the table like that. It just seemed as if it was placed on the table.
No, it was thrown and it landed on my hand.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
All right, so it's softer. Okay.
Yeah.
You all right?
John, you all right? What's the matter?
It was like there was a dog rubbing against me.
No.
The weirdest thing. That's weird because there's no cabling. I was watching. No cobwebs. There's no cabling around you.
Just so everybody knows as well, Ian and Carl have joined us too, so are you all right, boys?
Absolutely fine, thanks very much. Yeah.
Okay, keep going, David.
The temperature's dropping.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Please.
you.
Please try really hard to do something, maybe show some light. Move the table. Don't affect one of us. Was that bang?
Sure. Was it?
I did hear one.
I was going to throw a stone again.
If that was you that threw a stone, can you throw one? Don't hit one of us, just land it on the table or throw it in the room. This is the spirit of someone who used to live here, work in this place. Please make yourself known to us.
What are you getting, David?
Oh, just the face is moving. Just I can see the face moving around the table. It's a male face this time.
Okay, that smell again.
BO smell.
Yeah.
It's not one way. I don't think it's one we've met. It's not one we've met at the walk grounds.
Can I just ask you a very quick question? Yeah. It's to do with the lady, you know, that lost her head. Many of the people around here have actually seen her dressed in a certain colour. Would you be able to tell us what sort of colour that would be?
I mean, I've got her in a battle dress. If I was to associate a colour with her, I would choose green and red.
Okay.
That's the colour. But if people see her in white and grey, then that's often astral.
Okay.
So they're not seeing what she's wearing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, get back to this man then. Sorry, I had to ask you that question.
If there are any astral beings here, please make yourself known. Please show yourself.
There's a tap there. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm, definitely. Can you tap again for us if that was you?
Did you?
Can you tap really loudly, please? I know it's difficult, but try really hard. I know you're here.
Could have been this family which just clicked.
The
family which just clicked.
Please try really hard. There we go.
I've got that.
Yeah, I heard that one. If that was you, please tap twice for us. Just let us know that it's definitely you.
What's that? Can make the candle go.
What was it?
That was almighty bang.
Please tap once for yes and twice for no. And did you die in this place?
There's noise, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a shuffle.
If there's anybody here, if there is a man present here, please make yourself known to us. If that was you who threw...
No.
That was another one. It's landed right by my feet. I was about to say, if that was you who threw the stone, can you do it again? And I've just had one thrown at me. It's under my feet, but there's lots of bits of gravel and stuff. Do it again. Throw another one, please. If you don't like me, then throw one at me.
Oh! Right, Kath.
You're right, Kath. And another. Throw another. If you want me to go, throw another stone. Come on. If you don't want us here, then give us a sign. Move this table. Affect somebody here in this room. Push somebody. If there is a man here, can you knock on the table? Are you angry? Are you scared?
It's got very cold outside out here.
Is it?
If you feel, I can feel the cold on me. I can feel the cold driving. There's a window open.
This man, can you give me more information on him?
He looks like a guardsman. He's like a sweaty little soldier, really.
Okay. Were you a soldier? Did you die in battle?
Is that somebody tapping or somebody moving?
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
Are you a coward? You didn't?
He's definitely not a coward.
Well then, do something to let us know you weren't a coward. What does he say?
I just felt a tap under the table.
I heard a tap.
Did you? Oh, movement. Here we go. Are you going cold as well?
It's freezing.
Move this table if you're here now. I know I'm pushing it, but... Come on, coward! David's giving me that look. Yeah, but if we get a reaction...
I know, and it's another technique. It shouldn't be not, but...
Are you feeling a vibration on the table?
Ever so slightly.
Very, very slight.
Yeah, I can definitely.
Come on, you coward, do something else.
Okay.
I can feel it, here we go. Come on, move this table. Did you hide in battle? Did you run away? There you go, there you go. Did you hear that? 1, 2, 3 taps. If that's you that's tapping, tap again, louder, or are you really a coward?
Okay.
There you go, there you go. It's either footsteps or it's tapping.
Okay, let's go on.
Hear it?
Mm.
Come to this table now, please. I beg you to come to the table. I want to find out more about you, who you were. Were you really a soldier? I don't believe you at the moment. Come on, come forward, come and talk to us some more. Can you hear all that banging?
Yeah.
It's not in the room, it's like in the walls.
I'm trying to get close to the table to see if it's there, but it isn't. It's over here. Yeah,
David, you ask her now.
Okay, now you've established contact, please let us know something about you.
You alright?
I think I just lost my oxygen.
Okay.
Please do something in this room that we can see. Move the table, affect the candle. Throw something in the room. Don't hit one of us, but throw something in the room.
Temperature is dropping.
Very much.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the temperature?
Yes.
Blasts of cold air.
If you don't want us here, then prove to us that you don't want us here. Move the table in a more violent manner. Show people that you exist.
Any more? It is dropping, isn't it?
Very much so.
Is it dropping by you, Carl?
It's dropping, there is an open...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it is dropping, but
Yeah.
it seems to be dropping all around.
Oh. It's getting quicker.
Yeah. If you don't want us here, then prove it to us. Make the table vibrate. Lift the table if you can. Use our collective energy to lift the table. Join your energy with any other spirits here and with our spiritual energy in this room. Lift the table. Go on, try harder, please.
There's
Try harder.
scratching noise coming from underneath the table.
You can hear a little noise. It's not the bell. No, the bell's been going on.
I heard a under the table.
Scratch. Come on, please try harder. Use our collective energy. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. Try really hard.
Oh, how weird.
Yeah, which way isn't it?
Yeah. Is he around us now?
Yeah, there's about... I'd say that there's 2 or 3 of them now.
Really?
The same kind of ilk though, just...
Soldiers?
Grubby soldiers, yeah.
It's this leg. It's this,
Oh,
this
of
table
course
leg
it's-
banging.
It's close about needle,
I've got a glowing stone behind the bed.
Really?
the one.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I can show it in lots of different... It's better to see it in the black and white.
where you can see Yvette's figure, and then you can see a white stone on the wall behind her. And you can see that black shape there.
Is that to please make that stone colder? Spread it. Spread that energy for us.
No, it means it's hot. Oh, the stone is hot.
Yeah, white's hot.
Then affect it. Make it hotter. Spread the energy. Come on, do something. Please make the table move. Lift it up, the loose rocket. Lift it up. Come on, please.
Really funny way. It kind of goes one way and the other. I've just got my fingers on it.
Cancel literally up my hers. Just on top of mine. It's moving a long way, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on, if there's somebody here, if there are 3 of you here, 3 soldiers, are you too scared to move on? Are you too frightened? I know, but look, it's getting a reaction, David.
Yeah.
Are you too frightened to move on? Did you torture people in the oubliette? Did you torture people here? Did you see your friends tortured? Were you tortured? Come on, do something else. You're too scared, aren't you? You're too frightened. Call yourselves soldiers. Well. Well, they're not soldiers, are they? Soldiers wouldn't behave like this. Soldiers would really give it what for. What?
Corner lift then.
Ah, yeah, the corner's lifting here.
Just that one corner.
Can you see it? Stuart, get round here. It is very cold. It's getting cold. Come on! God. I'm not impressed with this. Is this how you fought? Very weak, isn't it? Very weak. Did you lose? Did you lose the battle? Did you? Is that how you died? Because you didn't fight properly? Come on, do something else. You good at wow, that was great! Sorry. That came from right over in the ceiling. It came right over here. Sorry. Got a reaction though, didn't it?
That was severe. Sorry.
Where is it?
It came down here. Near me.
I've just, while we're just stopped now, I just want to check on Alison. Alison, Ian, are you okay in the chapel? Are you up there? Is it dead? Nothing there? Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. That was brilliant, but come on. Do something else now. Come on, throw again. Throw another stone. Or bang something. Come on. Or have you gone? Is that all you can do? Is that all you can do? Is that all you've got?
Richard, did you just make a noise?
No. I was just going to say that, thank you.
No, I didn't. Nothing.
Throw again. Throw another stone or do something else. Oh, did you?
I heard that.
Come on.
It came from the table.
Come on, if you've been in battle, you wanted to scare people. You're not scaring us. Come on! Ooh. Oh! Jesus! David! David!
That's all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Something just pushed me.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! What's the
I
matter?
just heard like a growl, a roar.
Yeah, I did too. Did you hear it? David, were you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just got pushed off the chair. That's all.
You got pushed off it.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
I don't know what happened because the lights went out.
You're all right.
Yeah. Anybody know where the candle is?
No idea. It's on the floor. Let's have a torch. Paul, it's back to you in the studio. David got pulled off his chair, and we've got a rattling noise caught on the radio mic, so I think we pushed them to... We've got the reaction that we wanted. Back to you, Paul. It's been a fantastic night.
I'm fine.
Oh. You all right, David?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
The reaction Yvette wanted, maybe not the reaction David wanted. Astonishing scenes there, extremes of hot and cold, stones flying, tables rocking. It's been an amazing night. Here are the highlights.
What I heard was the as a head came off.
Whoa!
What was that? What was that?
Did you hear that?
Around... Oh, fuck! You're right. Shit.
I'm really sorry.
What's up? I can just feel it right there pushing on me.
Do something. Let us know that you don't like us.
Can you get us out now? Guys, get us out now!
I honestly say that's probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
If you don't like me, then throw one at me.
Oh,
That was great!
An amazing weekend, thanks to everybody at Park Howard, Llanelli House and of course Kidwelly Castle. Thanks to the army of technical excellence that makes this show possible. Give them a round of applause please, our lighting cameramen, lighting guys, sound people, directors, producers. Huge thanks to Leslie Smith, our historian, Julian Clegg and his interactive team, but perhaps above all to Yvette Fielding, to David, to Richard and to the amazingly brave Carl and Ian out there on the vigil. Now, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Living TV, their 100th edition. It's Most Haunted, returning to Mitchell & Priory. It's going to be an amazing night. Stay with us on the webcams tonight. It's on Living TV. It's your say. We are back with Most Haunted Live in October. Good night, and to our Welsh viewers, Nostar, and thank you.
It's very, very scary.
I feel strange, that horrible feeling in your stomach.
She said, I don't like this place and I don't like it.
I don't want that one.
That really hurt.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Whoa! Fucking hell! I saw that! I saw the bloody thing!
Are we in any danger?
Oh my God! Oh God, did you hear that? Ah!
Come in back here.
Yes, did you get it?
Oh, sorry.
You're right. You've been
Fuck! You're right.
Do something. Let us know that you don't like us.
Can you get us out now? Guys, get us out now!